She looked me straight in the eye and said, "James, I don't belong to you." And in that moment, I realized she wasn't just breaking my heart. She was testing the limits of karma. You see, Mia always liked to play games. But this time, the game she started ended with her begging me to stop. Mia and I had been together for 2 years. She was magnetic, funny, unpredictable, the kind of woman who made every day feel like an adventure. We laughed together, made plans for the future, and I genuinely believed she was my person. I wasn't perfect, but I gave her everything I had, my time, my loyalty, and my heart. But over time, little things started to change. The late night texts she'd hide, the constant phone calls she'd take in another room, and the way she suddenly began saying, "I need space." At first, I thought I was overreacting. Love makes you blind, doesn't it? You tell yourself people get busy, people change, it's fine. Until one night, while we were watching a movie, her phone lit up with a message from someone named Chris. I wasn't the jealous type, but something in my gut told me that name wasn't Tinu. When I asked who he was, she laughed. "Oh, James, he's just a friend." Famous last words, right? Weeks went by. Mia started dressing differently, going out more often, and keeping her phone glued to her hand like it was oxygen. One night she said, "I'm going out with the girls," except her best friend accidentally called me while they were supposedly together. And I heard Chris's voice in the background. I confronted her the next morning, and that's when she said it. That cold line that sliced straight through me. "James, I don't belong to you. You don't own me. I'm free to do what I want." That wasn't freedom. That was betrayal dressed as self-expression. And that's when something in me broke, but not in the way she expected. I didn't yell. I didn't beg. I smiled. Because if she wanted to play games, I was about to change the rules. A few days later, I quietly followed her digital trail. Social media tags, shared friends, location hints. It wasn't hard. Mia loved attention, and she couldn't help but post little clues to her secret life. Turns out, Chris wasn't just a friend. They were seeing each other behind my back for months. The final blow came when I saw a picture of them together at the very restaurant where I once took her on our anniversary. Same seat, same pose, same smile. That's when my heartbreak turned into clarity. I didn't want to destroy her life. I wanted her to see what she'd thrown away. So, I planned something simple, but poetic. Mia had a big party coming up, a mutual friend's birthday. She'd be there, so would he. I showed up calm, collected, wearing the same smile she once fell for. When she saw me, her confidence cracked. "Oh, James, I didn't know you'd be here," she stammered. I shrugged. "Why wouldn't I be? I'm still friends with everyone here, just not everyone's flatmate, you know?" People laughed quietly. She blushed, pretending to play it off. Then, when she introduced Chris to the group, I gently said, "Oh, this must be the friend who texts you at 2 a.m. Hope he's worth what you lost." The room went silent. She tried to say something, but her face turned pale. Chris looked furious, realizing she'd lied to him too, because I had already sent him the screenshots. They argued publicly. She left in tears. And I walked away with peace in my chest, and not a single ounce of regret. It's been months since that night. Mia tried reaching out later, apologies, excuses, tears, but by then, I was already gone. I learned something powerful. Sometimes, silence and dignity are the loudest forms of revenge. When someone betrays you, don't chase them. Let them dig their own grave with lies. Karma doesn't need help, it just needs time. And when it comes for them, it always arrives right on schedule. Never underestimate the peace that comes from walking away. Betrayal exposes character, and karma always settles the score. Subscribe to SilkMirror for more real-life stories of heartbreak, betrayal, and transformation.